Hey.
Dodie, are you looking at anything in here?
Yeah, these random weapons that are scattered about, are they enchanted in some way, shape, or form?
You don't know a lot about enchantments, but you do pass by one scimitar that seems to, like, change color in the light. You're thinking, yeah,
Hmm.
probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. She kind of wanders back over toward where the shopkeeper is. I assume Sapphire is just like trying to blend into his surroundings. Um,
Completely.
she kind of wanders back over to where she is. Is she still just like sorting through?
She has now started to, like, set things out, and she has set out a couple different rocks that all have different colors. And she seems to kind of be looking at them like she knows that these are all enchanted, but she's not sure which one is which.
Give for interrupting. I noticed that you have a couple of potions lying around your shop, and I was wondering how familiar you are with the process of making them.
I do not make the potions, but I sell them.
Okay, thank you.
If you are looking for something more specific, my larger shop is in Serenmore.
And
That's convenient.
she is still kind of digging through the rest of her stuff.
Do you? Is it you who usually runs the other shop, or do you have somebody who works with you?
A couple of family members.
Thank you. I had just come into some potions lately, and I'm not entirely sure what they do. So I was wondering if you would be able to take a look at them, but obviously not. That's totally fine. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. So sorry about that.
Yes, I think I have found a couple stones. These are the, well, I bring the less important stuff here than what I sell up there. A lot more pride
Do
in the
any
eyes here.
do any of them look like what Arathor described?
One of them does. It's kind of beat up
He's
looking.
wandered over. He's wandered over at this point too.
Yeah, Arathar, you wander over and see that she set out a couple different stones. There's probably like 4 stones sitting out here. One of them definitely does look like what you assume is probably a sending stone. It is kind of beat up, but it does look like a sending stone.
Can I know I'm not a wizard. Can I take a kind of a closer look at it and see if it's like beat up to the point where its function is going to be off?
Make an Arcana check for me.
14?
14. The enchantment on it, the magic on it, seems to be present. It looks a little worse for wear. You're not entirely sure how much longer it can take before it breaks, but currently it is functional.
Okay. He's gonna pick it up carefully and take a look at it. How much would this one go for? Would it be a bit cheaper than the others due to its bit more haggard state?
If full price would tend to be around 500 gold. But in its state, I could take it down to 300.
Thank you. We will keep looking around. If you don't mind keeping this just out for us, we'll probably come back. We are traveling with some people. We're going to consult them and see if they found anything. But
Of
absolutely,
course.
that's a great discount.
Of course, of course.
And she kind of pushes it off to the side underneath the table.
He's like not smiling or anything at her, but not even being polite. And he turns, and as soon as his back is turned to her, he looks at Dodie like, and just walks out.
While all of this is happening, Gore, are you doing anything over where you saw the conspicuous-looking necklaces?
Yeah, he's gonna approach them.
Yeah.
Just kind of glance over them.
Yeah, you walk over and can see quite a few pendants and necklaces in this box. Some of them look, like nice necklaces that are kind of beat up or whatever, but there are a couple that definitely stand out to you. There's one that is a gold chain with this, it's almost like a drop, like you would see a raindrop or a drop of glass made entirely out of gold. But the actual pendant on the necklace, that drop of gold, doesn't seem to be resting on the velvet that it's sitting on, like it's floating just above it. As well, as you're looking at all of this, you look down and see that there is another necklace sitting directly next to that one that looks way too nice to be here. It's another simple, gold chain, quite long gold chain, like it would sit pretty well beneath someone's clothes if they put it underneath their shirt, with a large, flat circular pendant, with a kind of reddish stone, almost not quite like an opal, more like a tiger's eye, but it's more red colored, set in the shape of an eye. It looks like on the back as well, though you haven't picked up the necklace, that something is stamped in the back of this round pendant, but you can't see it from where it's sitting.
And is that guy kind of just chilling?
Yeah, he's just,
in the area?
He's off to the side, probably 10 feet away with his feet up on a table.
And is it in a glass case, or is it just chilling?
It's like it's almost like a dice tray, honestly, with the piece of velvet at the bottom, but it's open on top.
Okay. I think he's gonna kind of tap around where they're at. What can you tell me about these?
Depends on which one you're looking at.
This raindrop one.
Raindrop one is enchanted. I'm not entirely acquainted with said magic, but it is something about I think the seller that brought it to me, he stands up by this point and starts to walk over. The seller that brought it to me said something about movement on water. Quickens pace or something.
And points over to the tiger eye one. And what about this one?
That one I got just this morning. Very interesting seller. Clearly did not want it anymore. Sold it to me for quite cheap for what he said it was. This one prevents scrying eyes, whatever that means.
Mind if I see what's on the back here?
Be my guest.
He's gonna flip it over.
There is a kind of intricate looking, quite intricate looking, almost like stamped into the metal shape of what looks to be a furnace and a hammer surrounded by dragon scales.
Do I recognize that at all?
Make a history check.
Ugh. Why you gotta do that to me? That's still banger though. That's a 16.
16.
-2 who?
Not at all.
Okay.
It was a good one, but not at all.
Am I? How much you got these priced at?
The drop one I have currently at 1,000 gold. I have never seen a piece like it, and I think it is probably quite intentional that that is so. The other one, I got it for pretty cheap, and I do not know if the man was being entirely honest on its capabilities. So I currently have it at 400 gold. Unless you are willing to trade.
He's gonna open up his bag.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna bring out the magic music box
Okay.
and kind of place it on. I'll give you this for the Tiger Eye one.
What is it?
You think of somebody and it shows you the area they've been or where they're at.
So opposite reason.
Yes.
Interesting. May I look at it?
Feel free.
He picks it up and starts to look it over. Not that I do not believe you are a reputable source, but may I try?
Sure.
He starts to turn the thing. And after a moment, you start to hear as well as the sound of gentle music starts to play out of it, and the sound of somebody, what sounds like chopping vegetables.
Oh.
He picks up the necklace. By this point, Dodie and Arathar, you have walked out of the Knoll lady's stall, kind of looking at each other like, Jesus Christ, and are starting to make your way around the kind of like circular path, and are now seeing Gore talking to this man who is now holding the magic music box in one hand and the necklace in the other. Because I got this for so cheap, and because I do not trust the man that sold it to me, I take your offer.
He takes it. He's not putting that shit on, he put it in the bag.
Nice. The man, the half-orc man, Atoz, apparently, walks back over to where he was sitting, opens up a glass cabinet, puts the music box down, closes it, and sits back in his chair. If you need to see anything else, please let me know.
Points back to the group. Yeah, they're looking for something. Like a stone that sends messages or something.
Bring them in, see what I have.
He kind of waves them over.
Yes.
You two walk up with Saphael in tow, who is just kind of like looking around at this point.
Homeboy has never been shopping in his life.
Atoz makes no move to get up and just motions at all of his stuff. Take a look.
Investigation check.
Make an investigation
Advantage.
check.
Thank you.
You got it, boss.
$16.
16. You look around a little bit, and this guy seems to have quite a lot of stuff in this very small area. And you kind of walk around and start to look at everything. And you can see there's definitely places where he would have more stuff, but the places are currently empty. And you look around, you can see a couple different enchanted pieces of jewelry. He seems to have a lot of jewelry. And a couple different objects. And you stumble across one sword at the very back that looks very old and pretty beat up. But the only other thing that really sticks out to you is a very large, like, chest completely full of scrolls. But you don't see any stones.
Yeah, he'll take a closer look at the scrolls. What's
Okay.
that, Tyler?
I was gonna ask Blue a question.
Yes.
How do you do scrolls?
It depends on the type of scroll.
Okay.
I have scrolls that have been made by wizards, and I have scrolls that are weird.
Okay. Is it like you have to like know the spell to use it, or is it just like anybody can use your scroll, or is that like the dependent factor?
That's the dependent factor. If it's like a scroll of a really, really specific purpose made for a specific thing, like he sees as he's scrolling through here, he finds a scroll of sympathy / antipathy. That one, unless he has that ability to cast that spell, he wouldn't be able to use. But there are a couple like smaller, less important ones in there that he probably could.
Okay.
Or anybody could, really. It depends on the scroll. But yeah, you find that one. You also find a scroll of animal friendship. You find a scroll of control flames. You find a scroll of mending. You find a scroll of stone shape. A scroll of mind spike. A scroll of message. And a scroll of water walk.
Do you have to know the spell message to cast?
That one's not one that you need to know. I let that one kind of be
Okay.
whatever.
Oh my god. Okay.
I kind of do it based on spell
Hill.
level, mostly.
That's message not sending.
Hold on, guys.
Oh, fuck.
let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Message you have to like
Message-
touch the
Yeah,
person.
that's one he does have.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But you have to look at them.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah. Which is
Oh, I
not as
lied.
helpful.
I lied. There is no spell of water walk, but there is a spell of both. A scroll of both message and sending. I read the wrong shop.
Okay.
So there's also
Ye-
no mind spike one. That one's also not in there.
He'll take that. How much does this go for?
Hold on. Let me get back over. Sorry. I have to find. Aha. Here it is. I have to click on things. Which one is it? He is not getting up from his chair.
Sending.
150.
Would you be willing to trade anything?
Yes.
He looks at Dodie. You have several odd potions that your father gave you. I'm sure we could probably part with one of them.
She walks over to the man. How interested are you in potions? How well do you know them, at least?
I know of them.
Well, lucky for you. I'm sure there's quite a market. I've got some potions. How do I put this? Plucked directly from the Feywild that I think might be of some interest to you.
These are not healing potions. I have no interest in healing potions.
Absolutely not. I'm not giving you my fucking healing potions.
Probably smart move.
She kind of takes out the box. Let's see. There's green, poison resistance, red, healing, light blue. So there's a light blue, a dark blue, and a pink one that she has no idea what the fuck they do. So she's gonna put them out in front of him.
These are from the Feywild. These are odd colors for potions.
Well, the Feywild's a pretty odd place.
He picks one of them up, uncorks it, and smells it. He goes, use potion. You want to part with all three?
I'd be willing to part with two.
I will take pink and dark blue.
Wise man.
He picks them up off the table. Take a scroll.
Thanks for like.
Arthur takes the sending scroll and holds on to it for dear life. It's gone.
He takes as you start to walk away from where he's sitting on his chair, he takes the cork out of the other one and does the same thing where he smells it and immediately makes it like ungodly face and then puts the cork back in it. By this point, Jen has walked back over and she's seemingly tucking away a burlap sack into her larger bag.
Find something good?
I got some totally fucking illegal fireworks.
I'm really happy for you.
Yeah. He's not in town very often, so...
Did we see that Gore had just traded something?
You saw...
Or did we just see, like...
Yeah, I'd say as you walked up, since the space isn't very big, you saw that he was definitely making a deal with someone.
What did you get?
Oh, I got a cool necklace.
What does it do?
I don't know. Prevent scrying or something?
Do I know what scrying is?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Right.
That is when someone, probably a wizard, most likely tries to look at you from anywhere in the world and knows what you look like and tries to look at you and see what you're doing, like they know where you are. You traded for a necklace of anti-scrying.
Yeah.
If I may, at some point down the line, if I could take a closer look at that, just to make sure.
You want to try it on? And he gets out of his bag and hands it over.
By this point, you all have kind of walked away from the stand that he was kind of selling all this stuff at, and Gore yanks out the necklace and hands it to you, Arithar. You pick it up and look at it and see the front with the like reddish colored tiger's eye stone set in the front of it in the shape of an eye, and you're looking at it, and this is a very nicely made necklace too. Like, this is not a cheap necklace.
Can he also look at the back and just see if just as he's looking over it?
I won't even make you roll for this one. You immediately recognize it.
Oof.
I'm
That's
going
unfortunate.
to message something to you.
Oh,
This is unfortunate. Oh god!
Dude!
What did you do?
What did you You no!
I think I just got us the amulet that blows up the world. Uh-oh.
I'm afraid.
What did I just get us, guys?
He,
Uh-oh.
can I make a very quick Arcana check or something just to quickly see maybe if it does what it said, or if there's something different? That's exactly,
Make an Arcana check.
Ugh.
18.
It is in fact enchanted. I would say because this is not the spell Identify, it cannot give you the exact details of it, but I can get you pretty close with an 18. It is enchanted. It is not cursed. It does seem to have a protective magic to it, but you cannot tell the exact type. But it is a protective magic.
Okay. He very quick change in demeanor when he looks at the back of it and looks it over a little more. I'm going to put it away for now.
Oh, well, if you're not gonna wear it, I want it back.
No, I would prefer to hold on to it.
What?
Just for a little bit. Please. I'll give it back to you. Just let me hold on to it for a little bit longer. Depending on if we're going to Srenmore or Hiver first, I would like to... Do you promise not to put it on?
I didn't plan on it.
Okay. Just keep it in your bag until we reach wherever we're going. Until I can learn more about it. It is protective. It's not cursed, but I would just prefer that no one wear it right now. Are we ready to get moving?
Yes.
He's gonna start walking out.
Okay. Jen starts to lead you back out through the market. As she does so, she kind of leans over to Dodie. I always like that place. That place always has cool shit in it. It also has like a cool name in my opinion, like the Exalted Common. Like that's pretty sick. I don't know.
Oh, that fucks severely.
Right? That's like such a fucking cool name. Anyway, are we like leaving town north or east?
Go north.
North for now. Yes.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. And she starts to lead you up through the city streets towards the northern exit of Zurhem. I also feel like that's probably a good point to wrap it up tonight, you think? That way we pick up with you guys getting on the road and getting moving?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as the party starts to make their way out of the city, it is getting to be about mid-morning by this point. You guys got up pretty damn early. But we will pick back up as the party makes their way out of the capital of Diremount and up towards the market city of Srenmore. So. Okay. I'm going to turn off the stream, I think. I don't think we have stickers to do tonight, but a little bit of a shorter session because of everything. And thank you guys for sticking with me through exposition.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be back next week. Yes, I think.
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know.
Be